welcome back folks. My name is Nick on the ZX Spectrum 128K, and this time we're looking at Predator 2. Don't know why they've done it with two eyes there. I always thought it was the number 2 for this game. Anyway, this is published by, and the movie, this is published by Imageworks in 1991. Also came out on the Commodore Amiga, Amstrad CPC, Atari ST, Commodore 64 Master System. Basically, it's set in Los Angeles in 1997. You're in the middle of a drug war. You're the detective, Lieutenant Mike Harrigan, played by Danny Glover in the movie, an FBI agent, and we just go around shooting stuff in this sort of like Operation Wolf style thing. Now, you haven't got a mouse for this, you've got to use the keyboard and fire these crosshairs. So just like Operation Wolf, there'll be weapons to and bullets to exchange there. Energy will go down in the red, I believe, so basically shoot everything over a number of levels. Now the Predator might turn up every now and again, so watch out for him, but shoot everything that's shooting at you. Now it doesn't seem to be scrolling too badly at the moment. If you had this game back in the day, let me know. This is literally my first go, so I'm not sure how good I will be, but the computer's having to do a lot of stuff at the moment, and it's moving at an okay rate without being sensationally fast, but the 48K is there. Oh, there's a Predator. We need to shoot that target, I think. Otherwise will, yeah. My strength isn't looking very good at the moment, bottom left in the red. Once you die, you have got a few credits as well. The movie, that was from 1990, directed, oh god, right, I got a credit. The movie directed by Stephen Hopkins and distributed by 20th Century Fox. I always liked the first movie the best. There was a game, Predator 1, based on the Arnold Schwarzenegger one on the Spectrum as well, which I don't think I've reviewed yet, so I'm doing them a little bit out of order. Obviously Predators isn't, because that was a long time after the Spectrum's like commercial run. Okay, now these reviews are all about seeing how you would have got on the game your first second go. The credits are helpful to try and lure you in. Subject matter is helpful as well. And then would you have gone back? And it's got that Operation Wolf, Operation Thunderbolt feel, which will appeal to me. And Terminator 2 is a bit like this, one of the games also. It's a different take, one credit left, it's a different take on the game than the Mega Drive's Predator 2, which we reviewed a while back. That was like a top-down isometric view, a lot quicker than this, but that's what you'd expect from the Mega Drive. If you played it on any other system, this particular version, then let me know, in particular Commodore 64 or Amiga. I might have to queue this up for the Commodore Amiga to see how it runs, but I don't have any cheats for this, for infinite strength, so it's just down to how good I am at the game, see how far we get. But presumably, the Spectrum did this a lot. Each level be very similar, but maybe a different colour. I think I saw a screenshot of one level that was green, so one level might be cyan. It just mixes it up a little bit. So let's just see how far I can get. I've picked up a gun. I think I've got super increased power here. So it hasn't aged particularly well, but back in the day it might have been acceptable. There, 1991. Would have struggled, I think. It was I've died. It was right at the end of the ZX Spectrum run, maybe slightly beyond it, and at this stage the computer was already competing with the 16-bit counterparts. The music is good here at the start. I don't think many people would have picked this up just because of the age of the thing, but I'm enjoying it going back now. Yeah, it's okay as a piece of history. If it come out in the mid-80s, it would have been a huge success, but then it would have come out before the film was released. But anyway, you got the funny feeling that they could have tagged any like license onto this, but at least the Predator turns up every now and again. I haven't watched the movie for quite some time. Danny Glover trying to defeat the Predator in the city at the moment. Well, first of all, he's preoccupied with these drug wars going on, and the Predator is in the background, and only sort of reveals itself a bit later on. Kaboom, Kasplat, and the other one. It's right level with Operation Wolf, isn't it? Although I don't think it would have been as successful. Operation Wolf's in the arcades. Don't think Predator 2 was in the arcades, but let me know if you think different. It would have suited an arcade cabinet quite fine. I can imagine that with two guns on the top for 2-player. This version is just in 1-player, so it's not too much we can do about that. Let's just see how long I can possibly survive. It's all very, very yellow. I don't think there's any end-level bosses as such. Be interested to see if the Predator, you have to take them on mano a mano at the end, or mano a Predator. Not quite sure what planet those Predator folks are from. If you are the Predator watching this, then comment below, but don't give away your position. I still haven't seen that film Predator Prey. think back in the day I did read a load of, well, I suppose they're called trashy sci-fi novels. There was Concrete Jungle, I think. There was a book called Prey, but I don't think the film is based on that at all. Never watched, well, never bought any of those graphic novels, but they do look quite good fun for the artwork to see. That's not really my bag, but I wish it was, but it doesn't seem to be. Right, there's a lot of drug barons here. Just like I said in the Mega Drive review of Predator 2, that other game, I don't remember Danny Glover shooting as many drug lords as this. He's going around a bit like Robocop or the Terminator, shooting everyone. I don't think the FBI had enough bullets in their arsenal to actually, well, not in their, well, yes, bullets in their arsenal, let's say, to actually, where am I going? To cope with that. So, I don't know if Danny Glover here is on a skateboard, slowly going down the street, or walking like a crab. We can't see his legs, but he's gradually moving forward like that. Might have worked better as a 2D scroller rather than this, but it's interesting enough. They've gone for something a little bit different. I'm not sure if it's reflective of Los Angeles in 1997. That was a long time ago now. If you are in Los Angeles in 1997 watching this, then comment below. But that's impossible, is it? Well, we don't know about time travel, folks. We just don't know about that. A big thank you to the subscribers for keeping this channel on the road. If you watched this far into the video, then it might be a case that you like this kind of stuff. If you haven't subscribed already, please consider doing so, because that helps the channel grow and extends our life. So the channel never disappears, and it enables me to keep going. So thank you very much, and get noticed in the YouTube algorithm. If you want to see other ZX Spectrum games we've reviewed, they're all there in the playlist. Everyone knows this. If you're new, you might not know this. To get there, you click on my username, and that takes you to the channel page. Click on the playlist tab, and Spectrum will be there, along with a whole heap of other systems. We've reviewed probably, it might be over 2,000 games I think we have now, so that's a pretty good total. So if you're feeling a bit down, because we're here to defeat stress as much as we can and lift you up. I feel it, well, every now and again myself as well. I'm quite knocked off target by a few things. But yeah, if you want a bit of a binge, then feel free to go through those. I do answer comments mostly on all old videos as well, so don't worry if it's gone up back 4 or 5 years ago, I will still probably get the response. So thank you very much, everyone. Let's keep retro gaming. Let's just keep our heads above water. And yeah, retro gaming, modern gaming, it's a departure, isn't it? So long may it continue. Kaboo, right, I'm doing a bit better on this one. I'm sort of like talking and playing at the same time, which isn't the best thing to do for getting higher scores. Scores down the bottom for what it's worth. I'm trying to avoid shooting the pedestrians there. I think they're pedestrians. Don't shoot them. They're frozen in their tracks. You have to maybe pause there to have a zoom in and look at them to see if they are pedestrians. But don't shoot the pedestrians. They're or TV news reporters or cameramen or anything like that. Just shoot everyone that's running about, whether they've got a gun or not. So my main criticism of this game, really, it's scrolling as fast as it can do for this like machine. 128k this is, so it's scrolling as much as it can for the machine. If I said 48k earlier, I'm a dimbat. It's 128k, but it's scrolling as fast as it can for the machine. But I think the levels are maybe a little bit too long. It might have benefited them from maybe being a little bit shorter, maybe having a quite quick first level to get you into the game, thinking, yeah, I'm doing quite well. I have a really small first level, and then the rest will be a bit bigger. That's my one criticism. This is going on too far. With a bit of a practice and the credits available, I think I might have done. Because you're using the joystick or the cursors to move this, or the keyboard or the joystick to move the cursor around, the firing cursor, it makes it a little bit awkward to be precise quickly. I would imagine the Amiga version and the Atari ST, you can do a mouse and just click on whoever you want quickly. The game might be a little bit better then. Might be a way of releasing smart bombs. I've got the controls of QA, OP and spacebar. Holding down spacebar, it's not releasing a smart bomb, so that might make it a little bit easier as well, if there's a way of doing that. But anyway, it's acceptable, but I don't think it would have been good enough to get people buying it in great heaps there compared to the 16 bits around at the time. Right, I think that's fair to say. I don't think I'm being overcritical on it for that. Obviously, you might have a different view. That guy comes through the door. You might have a different view. It's all about different views and experiences, really. If you played this with nostalgia, there, if you had the game back in the day, it always adds a little bit extra. Because as well as the game, it's like conjures memories of where you were back at that time. Quite often they're more peaceful times and you've got good memories of them. Typically, you haven't got mortgage or worrying about rent or work or all those sort of things. 1991, I think I was I've just left school. I was wasting my time at college doing a course that was no good for me. Construction management. I haven't really a clue what I was doing, which was a complete waste of time looking back at it. So Predator II should be Predator the number 2 in my mind, but we'll let them go for that. It's one of these ones where they the makers make the game, and I don't think they've necessarily watched the film. Nincompoops. Right, this will be my last go against my better judgment, but anyway, let's just see how far we can get this time round. Shoot everything apart from the pedestrians. Occasionally there'll be like an outline. That'll probably be the Predator. Doesn't much look like the Predator there. Looks like someone with an invisible cloak on. Might be Harry Potter. So shoot Harry Potter with his glowing feet there. Pavement is moving quicker than the building. Can you see that? That's a bit of a problem. Who wants a pavement that's going? Yeah, that's a boo-boo, isn't it? That scrolling hasn't worked. So there's bits of the screen scrolling at different speeds to try and add a bit of depth. But when the pavement should be linked to the background, really. The pavement scrolling different to the buildings, then yes, that's a worry. Now I've seen that, I can't take my mind away from the thing. Yeah, if you walk on a scrolling pavement, I think they only have that at the airport, don't they? But definitely not backwards. If you're walking on a scrolling pavement, then comment in the comment section below. Be rest assured though, do not fall over. If you fall over, it's not my fault. Don't sue me. Predator 2. Yes, we reviewed another game earlier on today. If you're watching these live as they go up there, can't remember what it was though, but I'm sure it was one it was Stop the Express. That's it. A much more well-known game than this one, I think. That was from a recommendation. But yeah, it's all about reviewing the good games, the bad games, the mediocre games, and the games which might split the crowd a little bit. It's got another money clip, but my fingers are starting to hurt now from the keyboard, so it's dying from mouse, which it wouldn't be available on the ZxSpectrum as far as I'm aware. But some people might have hooked one up somehow. But yes, probably better on joystick this one. But again, targeting is a little bit slow when you're in vicious warfare against millions of drug barons. I obviously want to shoot exactly where I am if I'm surrounded by drug barons. If you are surrounded by drug barons, then comment below, but not of the sake of getting shot yourself. Right, come on, there's that bloke flying 2 guns now, the big show-off. But Danny Glover's just standing in the middle of the street like a wally on a skateboard, moving past really slowly, so they can't shoot that target. There must be something completely and utterly wrong with them. It's not much contest for the Predator. If the Predator can't shoot someone off a skateboard going down the road really slowly, I think they should give up. Go back to their own planet, get more practice in. It must be the worst Predator of all time. Oh well, anyway. And also, earlier on, I said if you're the Predator, comment below. So, if they've done that, they've really let themselves go. I think we've seen as much of that game as we want to see. You've got pretty much the idea, the graphic, the sound and stuff, and what I think about that. So, there you go. It's a shooter, Operation Wolf style. So, hope you liked having a look at that. That was Predator 2, published by Imageworks in 1991, on the 128K, based on the movie from 1990 from 20th Century Fox. If you've got any comments about this game, similar games, or anything retro, then please put that below. You're always more than welcome. Until next time, take great care of yourself and a very fond goodbye.
Goodbye.